Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Today we will be talking about some vocabulary words related to algebra. So this is divided into two parts. Part one will be about the preliminary terms, no, from coefficients hanggang similar terms. Then the second part will be about polynomials and up to its classification. Okay, so let us start. Okay, so this lesson will cover constants and variables, literal coefficients and numerical coefficients, also algebraic expressions and terms. No po, so yung iba po dito ay na-discuss na rin natin dun sa previous lesson about translating. Okay, so as a recall, so algebra is the branch of mathematics which involves expressions with variables. No po, so pag sinabing variables, these are numbers or letters that are used to represent what is unknown. No, so dati naman nagso-solve na rin naman tayo ng mga problems, okay, na mayroong hinahanap na specific value. No, so, ganun pa rin naman dito sa algebra, but then, yung ating missing value na yon will be represented using a letter. Okay? So, algebra is also known as the branch of mathematics which generalizes the facts in arithmetic. So, kaya nga po, it generalizes kasi nga po, it replaces what is unknown with variables. No? So, kagaya ng mga formula natin sa perimeter, area, or any other formula, no? So, it makes use of letters to represent the unknown. So, part din siya ng algebra. Okay, so the language of algebra, no? So, ito na pag-usapan na natin is composed of three components. We have the numerals that can be considered as coefficients, or it can also be the constant, no, based on the situation. So mamaya pag-usapan natin ano yung pinagkaiba ng dalawa. Then the letters or variables, okay? Then kasama pa rin yung operational symbols natin, plus, minus, multiply, and divide. Then, comparison symbols, no? So, itong comparison symbols, medyo hindi pa natin makikita yan sa ngayon. We will start with expressions kasi muna, no? Dadating lang tayo sa comparison symbols pag nasa equations or inequality na po tayo. So, an algebraic term, ayan, pwedeng number, pwedeng letter, or pinagsamang number and letter. At yung pinagsamang number and letter na yon, always remember that they are considered as product, no? So, itong 2, itong A at B, factors yan, pinag-multiply po yan, kaya tabi-tabi silang isinulat, no? So, we will not use X. Yung kung dati ay 2 times 3, ganyan ang ating pagkakasulat. Hindi na po kasi bukod sa pwedeng ma-confuse tayo na yung X na yon ay variable, no? Hindi na siya, for the sake of ano na lang din, uniformity and simplicity, no? Pag multiplication siya, pagtatabihin na lang po natin. No? So, in some cases, makikita nyo rin po yung mga items, kung 2 times 3, you will see a dot. Or pwede ring parentheses, no? So, the simplest form is for us to write them side by side. No, syempre kung numbers yan, wag mo isulat na 23, no? Pag number and letter or dalawang letters, no? So, pagtatabihin na lang natin siya. The next one will be algebraic expressions, no? So, syempre kung meron ka ng maraming algebraic term or terms and pinagdugtong mo na sila using plus or minus sign, yung mabubuong statement pong yon, isang buong yon, ay tinatawag na expression. Okay? So, another example, yung 2L at 2W natin, no, yung sa formula ng perimeter of a rectangle, no, connected by a plus sign. So, that one is an example of an algebraic expression. Okay? So, ayan, another definition. It's the result of combining numbers and variables with ordinary operations of arithmetic. So, ayan yung mga napag-usapan natin last time. Na-recap lang po natin. We have algebra, algebraic expressions, algebraic terms, numerical and literal. Kung hindi ako nagkakamali, parang nabanggit na rin siya kahit pa paano. Okay? So, ang madadagdag lang po is yung factors, yung base, exponent, and power. Familiar na rin kayo dyan. And also the constants and similar terms. Okay, so start tayo sa factors. So, the numbers or factors are the numbers and symbols used in a product. So, for example, literal factor, no? So, pag sinabing literal factor, this is a letter used as a factor to the whole expression, no? So, for example, ito, 3a squared plus 2a, literal factor nila, or the letter part that is used to the whole equation ay yung A. No po. So, kumbaga, if you will be considering numbers, no, kung halimbawa sa expression na 2L plus 2W, wala yang literal factor, no, kasi ito L, ito W. So, ito, may literal factor sila kasi same po yung kanilang variable, no. So, ang same variable po nila ay A. Free daw, free. Oh, A. Okay, so letter A or A is the literal factor. Okay? So, again, factors po, yun yung mga pinagmumultiply natin, no? So, yung literal factor, in-specify lang natin siya kasi makikita nyo yung word na literal factor mamaya sa term na similar terms, no? Sa word na similar terms. Sa definition ng word na similar terms, I mean. Okay, so let's proceed. Ito, numerical coefficient. It's the number in an algebraic term, no? So, ang algebraic term kasi may parts siya, no? So, isang number part at isang letter part. So, yung number part natin, it's called the numerical coefficient. Palayaw niya is the coefficient, no? Okay, it's the number in an algebraic term na po. So, for example, if we have 3a plus 2a, yung 3 at saka yung 2. If we have 2l plus 2w, yung 2. Okay? So, for example, another example dun sa ating formula for the perimeter of a square na 4s, our numerical coefficient will be 4. Okay? So, yung number part. Ngayon, kung ang atin pong expression or ang atin pong expression nga, no, is halimbawa, x, meron siyang x at saka negative 5x, no. So, ang atin pong numerical coefficient will have the operation in front of it, no. So, dito, kahit walang nakasulat, it's automatically 1 kasi yun yung madalas na nagiging concern ng iba. No, ma'am, ano pong numerical coefficient dito? Wala naman nakasulat. So, always remember, pag meron kang variable, no, meron tayong hidden 1 sa unahan yan. Okay? So, hidden 1. Para po kasi yung ganito, no? Since 1 is the factor of all numbers, and all numbers can be represented by a certain variable, no? So, ibig sabihin, yung variable na yun, may factor din siya na 1, hindi lang po na kasulat. Okay, so ang numerical coefficients natin dito will be 1 and negative 5. Next. So, for this one, identify what is asked. So, our numerical coefficients will be, ayan na po. So, 5, 20, and 4, no? So, bakit 5, 20, and 4? Kasi sila po yung may number. Sila yung number part sa isang algebraic term. Okay, the number part. Next. So, for the literal coefficient, it will be the letters or the letter part of the algebraic term, no? So, sa 4s natin, edi yung s ang ating literal coefficient, no? So, dito ang literal coefficient natin will be x squared and x. So, literal coefficient. So, for this one, we have the exponent, base, and power, no? So, dun sa numbers na sa lesson natin ng squares and square roots, na-encounter na natin tong mga terms na to. Okay? So, if we have here the exponent, it tells you how many times your base is multiplied by itself, no? So, ito yung magkakambal. So, in our given, the base will be x, no? Yun yung i-multiply sa kanyang sarili. And the exponent is 5, no? So, since dati kasi, halimbawa, 8 squared, power natin is 81, no? So, but then, ngayon, dahil po, wala naman tayong value na nilagay dito for x, no? So, ang power natin will pertain to the whole of our expression or our term, no? So, ito yung ating magiging power. So, kung may numerical coefficient man yan, bukod sa 1, no? Again, hindi po kasama yun sa base, ha? Unless meron siyang parentheses. So, pag-uusapan pa natin yan pagdating natin sa lesson ng bases and exponents. So, we also have what we call the constant, no? So, the constant is a number, letter, or symbol whose value is fixed, no? So, on our given, no? Itong 3n plus 5, 3, you already know that this is the coefficient, and you already know that this is the variable. So, ito pong 5, no? This one is the constant, no? So, it's a number without a variable, no? And its value is fixed kasi, again, wala kasi siyang kasamang variable. So, hindi magbabago ang kanyang value. Then, dito naman, bakit sinama natin si 2 pi r and si pi r squared, no? This one, another example is yung pi. Bakit? Kasi kung tatanungin ko man kayo, what is the approximate value of pi? You will give me the same value, which is 3.14, no? So, hindi naman po nagbabago yung value ng pi natin. Lagi pong 3.14 ang ating approximate to the hundredths place niyan, no? So, again, constant, or it's counted as a constant because its value is fixed. Okay, so another, one important thing that you should remember with constants is that they are similar terms, no? So, pag-usapan natin ano yung similar terms dito. So, similar terms are algebraic terms that have the same literal factors and in which each letter has the same exponent in all of the other terms. So, ito, literal factors na pag-usapan na natin kanina. Diba? Pag sinabing literal factors, kailangan buong expression, or kung hindi man buong expression, more than one term natin mayroong same na variable, no po. So dito, although pare-parehas po ng variable si 4x squared, si 3x at saka si 2x, okay, ang may same exponent lang ay si 3x at 2x. Okay, bakit? Kasi ang exponent nung nasa 4x ay 2, dito yung x dito, ang exponent niya hindi nakasulat, pero may hidden 1 po yan, no. So pag-usapan natin yung hidden ones at i-take note nyo na rin. So, in any number, no, kung anumang number yan, halimbawa 5, no, always remember that any number has a factor of 1, it has an exponent of 1, and it has a denominator of 1. No, and since itong 5 na to can be replaced with any variable, no, and any variable can assume a value, no. So, kung ito man ay x, no, kung x man po ang ating variable, no, it has a numerical coefficient of 1, an exponent of 1, and it also has a denominator of 1. No, so lahat ng yon hidden na lamang for the sake of simplicity na rin siguro, no. So, yun na lang ang nilalagay natin, simply x. Okay? So, syempre, kung halimbawa 2x yan, numerical niya yung 2, exponent niya yung 1, denominator niya rin yung 1. No, so dito, hindi lahat ay hidden kasi may isa siyang given, which is the numerical coefficient, no. So, again, similar terms lang natin is 3x and 2x. Ayan. practice na natin. Alin po dito yung similar terms natin? Okay, so if you answered 5x squared and 4x squared, you're correct kasi pareha silang x squared, no? So, isipin mo para silang magkapamilya kasi although magkaiba yung unang number, parehas naman ng apelyido, no? So, yan, magkapamilya. They are similar terms. Another similar terms will be the constants, no po. So, bakit similar terms po sila? So, kasi po, parehas naman sila na walang variable, no po. So, yun na lang yung inyong tandaan pagdating sa ganon. So, again, all constants are similar. Okay, kahit pa wala silang variable na dalawa. So, one thing that you should remember with similar terms is that they are the only terms that you can add. No? So, kung halimbawa you're asked to add 2x plus 5, you cannot add the 2. Okay? Bakit? Kasi yung isa may variable, yung isa ay wala. They are not similar. So, ang pwede mo lang gawin is to add all the similar terms, no? So, ito, we have here 2x. Ano lang ba yung similar terms natin? Siyempre, 2x at 2x, obviously, kasi parehas sila. But aside from 2x and 2x, we have their x and x, no? So, sila yung unang mong set na pwede mong i-add, no? So, i-add nga natin. You have 2x plus x plus 2x plus x. Nga ba? So, adding all of the numbers. So, again, may hidden 1 tayo dyan. So, if you answered 6x, then you are correct, no? So, mapapansin nyo, we just added the numerical coefficients and copied the variable, no? So, saan galing yon? Pwedeng isipin mo na lang din na ginamit lang na counter. Ito, no? Parang label. Ganon. No, dalawang mansanas, dinagdagan mo ng isang mansanas, dinagdagan ng dalawang mansanas, dinagdagan ng isa pang mansanas. So, ilang mansanas na meron ka? So, meron ka ng 6 na mansanas. So, parang ganun po siya. Okay? So, another set of similar terms, syempre, yung constants natin, no? So, isulat lang natin yung 5 na kasama naman talaga ng 2x natin. Hindi lang natin sinulat agad. Okay? And silang dalawa lang ang pwede nating i-add. No? So, we have 5 plus 5. So, this one is positive 10. So, therefore, the sum of all the similar terms will be 6x plus 10. Okay? So, by the way, if you're curious what topic is this from, no? It's from the perimeter. Perimeter pa din to, no? Pero imbes na numbers ang inilagay natin ay expressions. Okay, so another, no? Add all similar terms. So, still perimeter po ito. Perimeter. Okay? So, our perimeter will be equal to the sum of all sides. So, i-add natin 9x. Siyempre, hindi pwedeng 9x minus 3 kasi hindi naman sila similar. Same with 10x plus 5. You cannot add 10 and 5 kasi hindi naman din sila similar. So, ang pwede mo lang i-add is 9x, 10x, and 8x. Okay, so adding the 3, we have 27x. Now, we have here negative 3 and positive 5. No, ilagay lang natin kasama nung kanilang kasama. Negative 3 at saka positive 5. Okay? So, balikan natin. We have negative 3 plus 5. Diba? Dun sa lesson ng integers. Imagine, meron kang babayarang 3 piso and you have a money at hand which is 5 pesos, no? So, if you pay for what you have to pay, no, may matitira ka parang 2 pesos. Okay? So, dito, kung nagtataka kayo kung ano yung rule, no? So, reviewin nyo po pag sa adding ng integers, diba? Same sign. You add and keep the sign, no? Add and keep the sign. Then, kapag different signs, you subtract, and copy the sign of the greater number, no, or greater absolute value. Okay, so dito nagkataon po na positive yung mas malaki. Kaya positive yung nasa final answer, no? So balikan niyo po yung lesson natin about operations or adding and subtracting integers para po ma-refresh kayo. Next. So for the last example, we have again, perimeter of a rectangle with sides. Ito, imbes na numbers, pinalitan lang natin ng expressions. So again, we can only add the similar terms. Ang similar terms natin dito ay yung may pare-parehas na variable, which is x. No? So we have 5x plus 1, 5x minus 1. No? Hindi natin pwedeng add yung, isubtract tong dalawa kasi hindi sila similar. We have x plus 1. You have 5x minus 1, and we have x plus 1. Okay? So, the similar terms here will be 5x and x, 5x and x. So, lahat ito similar, no? Okay, so let us add. Meron kang 5 piso. Kunyari, piso to Meron kang 5 piso, dadagdagan mo ng 1 piso, tapos dadagdagan mo ng 5 piso ulit, at dadagdagan mo ng piso. No, so all in all, you have 12 pesos, no? O, 12 pesos. Then, dito naman, no, if you are to add opposites, diba, may babayaran kang piso, pero piso lang ang pera mo, no? So, pag nagbayad ka ng sakto sa iyong kailangang bayaran, syempre, wala na pong matitira yan. So, this is 0. Same with this one. Kaya pang final answer natin is 12x. So, dito po nagtatapos yung ating first part, no? So, try to answer this one on your own. Okay? So, monomial, one term lang po siya, no? One term lang siya. So, syempre, final answer natin ay one term lang din. So, the next part will be about polynomials na po. So, I'll see you on the next video.